back to Lake Math. Today we're going to talk about parent functions and transformation. A parent function is the most basic version of an equation. So if we're talking about linear stuff, your parent function is just y equals x. That's the minimum amount of stuff to make it linear. If we're doing quadratics, it's just y equals x squared. That's the least amount of stuff to make it quadratic. And for absolute value, it's just y equals absolute value of x. Now, transformations just mean we're going to be moving stuff around. So the whole equation is going to move. So I've got this plus or minus here. I've got an a. The a is just whatever number is in front of the parentheses. Inside parentheses, I've got minus h. And then outside parentheses by itself, I've got k. So a, h, and k are just numbers. So if there's a number in front of the parentheses, that's a. If there's a number in the parentheses, that's h. If there's a number beside it or by itself at the back, that's k. So if a is bigger than 1, it's going to be steeper. So for a line, it goes from that to steeper. And if a is between 0 and 1, it makes it flatter, so less steep. Now notice here in the parentheses it's minus h. So normally when you think plus, it moves stuff to the right. But since it's minus h, it's going to do the opposite of what we expect. So minus in here moves your whole line to the right. Plus moves the whole line to the left. And then this k at the end moves things up and down. So if it's positive, it's going to move the whole line up. If it's negative, it moves the whole line down. Now here in front, we've got plus or minus. If it's positive, it's going to go like that. And if it's negative, it's going to go like that. And now on to quadratics. A is going to, if it's bigger than 1, it's going to stretch it. So that means it's going to become skinnier and go up faster. If it's between 0 and 1, it's going to compress it, so it becomes fatter and wider. And if it's positive inside here, h does the same. It moves the whole thing left. And if it's negative, it moves the whole thing right. And k at the back moves the whole thing either up or down. Oh, and positive and negative do the same thing. So plus means it's like this. Minus means it's going the other way. Now, absolute value works exactly like quadratic. So if your a is bigger than 1, it's going to make your v skinnier. If it's between 0 and 1, it's going to make your v fatter. H does the same thing. If it's positive, it moves left. If it's negative, it moves right. K does the same thing. If it's positive, it goes up. If it's negative, it goes down. And here we'll do some graphs. So y equals x. That's your linear parent function. It just goes up like that at a 45 right through the origin. Minus x means it's just going to do the same thing, but go down. This is a. It's in front. It's bigger than 1, so it's going to make it steeper. This plus 4 means we're going to move to the left 4. And then this minus 2 means we're going to move down 2. And then there's no a, so it's going to be like this line. But instead of starting here, we'll start here. So something like that. Now, for quadratics, your parent function, it just looks like a U, and it hits the origin right there. Now this one, a is bigger than 1, so it's going to make it skinnier. And this one means we're going to go to the right 2, and we're going to go up 2. So we'll go to the right 2, go up 2, and then it's going to look just like this, but over there. Now this negative means it's going to point down, like that. This means we go left 1, and we go down 2. So left 1, down 2, and it's pointing this way instead. It's not too bad, you just have to remember what each of the things do. Alright, absolute value is going to look like a V. This 2 means it's going to stretch it, so it's going to become skinnier looking. This means we're going to go to the left 2, and we're going to go down 1. So left 2, down 1, and then it's still a V. Just like this one. This negative means it's going to be pointing down, and this means we go down 1. So it'll be like that. Alright, there you go. Those are the basics for those functions.